Hi, welcome to JJ's Productions. We've got another Hitman 2 video. So I've had to slow down production a bit while Christmas and the holiday period was on, but I've got a few videos ready and they're all going to be in Miami. So the first two challenges we're doing in this one are Wheel of Misfortune and Man the Sea. And to start off, we're going to we are going to make a mistake, obviously, going into a dumpster for some reason. We're going to shoot a camera and pick up a baseball. We're also going to step in here, we're going to drop a coin, and we're going to just pick up this key card. Now this guy here is going to see us. We're going to just walk away just at the edge of suspicion and then get into this box, crate, whatever you want to call it. What's going to happen is he's going to come around the corner, he's going to investigate where 47 went, and then he'll turn around and he'll see the coin. When he sees the coin, he'll go to pick it up, and then we're going to use the baseball to knock him out. This is the easiest way I've found to get the disguise. Now, in this instance, he didn't actually go for the coin. 9 times out of 10 he will, but in the one instance he doesn't, just do what I did here, just knock him out, drag him round here. The Kronstadt bodyguard doesn't see you, so don't worry about that. If he goes too far, there will be a security guard outside who will see you, but just don't let him go that far. Right, so we're going to pick up the coin and we're going to throw it all the way over there. That'll turn the enforcer here around. Now, I would advise taking your time in this area just because he can turn around pretty sharpish, so you don't want footsteps. So I was a bit hasty there. I would advise crouching, but as you can see, it can be done running. From here, what we're going to do is perform the pit stop. So we're going to just activate the prompt, and it's the one on the right. So we're going to loosen the tyre. Now, I haven't done a video for this, but I have tested out the other option for this, which I haven't shown on video yet, which is pouring sugar. And all that does is get Sierra out of the race earlier on. So if you want a quick way to get Sierra finished, that's a way to do it. Just grab some sugar from one of the nearby food vendors, or from nearby where one of the waiters is, and you'll be able to stop the race pretty fast. So that's an option if you want it. But if you want to kill her, this is the way you do it. So from here, what we're going to do is kill Robert. And this one isn't my favourite Robert kill, I will admit, for the simple reason it's a little bit finicky. I actually did this first time and I thought, right, nice and easy, all done. And then I found out I didn't get Silent Assassin. So at the end you'll see a little weird jump cut where I show you the challenges popping up and it might not look consistent. So that explains that for you, but I will actually keep the official Silent Assassin ranking in for it. But yeah, like I say, it was a finicky one to do, and I can only use that word because it shouldn't have been as hard as it was. The idea is you have to knock out a lot of NPCs to make sure you get the SA ranking, otherwise you're easily at risk of losing it. So just for the record, I've just shot that fuse box because it's maybe not a time-saving way of activating it, but if you don't want to go through the animation of him flicking the switches, it's a quicker way of getting the box turned off. So what we're going to do is just walk in here, and we're going to actually just disable the surveillance. We've got plenty of time until Robert's ready. So what I'm going to do is knock this guy out. So you can position yourself wherever you like, but yeah, I thought throw it there. We're going to hide his body and we're going to take his disguise. Now the reason for this is it's going to be easier later on if we can use a pistol with where it's open. You don't necessarily have to do this because we're also going to take a Kronstadt security disguise later on, but overall it is easier if you do have a security disguise ready at hand. So from here, what we're going to do, we're going to unlock the food vendor outlet for the Florida man. So it's the Coconut Ball Shack. So it's just over here. We've brought a lockpick with us, and we're just going to wait for this guy to turn around. Now, you don't necessarily have to do this now. You could wait until you've knocked out Florida Man, which we're going to do momentarily. But I found it easier unlocking it now, so that if Robert does happen to see the food vendor, the actual vending, the coconut balls place, I don't know what you call it, if that is actually open, then it's a case of Robert will be on his way down sooner. Whereas if you're faffing around with Florida Man and you have a bit of a delay, Robert will go on another cycle. So it's much easier just getting it all ready so that Robert will be on his way down faster. Because you don't actually have to serve him as Florida Man, you just need him to come down here. So at this point what I'm doing is setting up a trap. I'm going to throw a coin inside the room and I'm going to get a security guard to come in. The way I've done that is I've thrown a coin, an NPC will walk in and he'll report it to the guard. That's the plan anyway. Well, I'll say it's the plan. That was the plan. As you can see, the security guard was the one who came in, so there's no loss in any of this. I've also picked up the ski key. Well, I think it's the ski key or the speedboat key or whatever. It's the way to exit the mission, so make sure you do that as well, because it's a much faster way of getting out of here than the way I did originally, which was going via the sewers. So, picking up all the goodies I've dropped, just because for now we don't need to knock out anyone else. So, pick it all up. And from what we're going to do now is knock out Florida Man. So, he's just over here, and you do have to be a little bit careful with him, in that there is an NPC. If you just notice I'm looking for him, he'll usually be in that vicinity. If he's there, don't knock him out, because he can see you from a distance. But if you think the coast is clear, like I did there, knock him out, I take another look, and when I see he isn't there, I change disguise. Now at this point, it is just a case of waiting for Robert to come down and taste the coconut balls. So what you've got to do is just wait, essentially. And what I'm going to do is fast forward, for the simple reason I am not very good at waiting in game. So as you'll see, I did a bunch of silly random things, and I'll fast forward through them. So see you in about 30 seconds. So I did faff around a little bit there, and yeah, it was a bit weird. So Robert's come down and he's going to just have a sample. You can poison it if you want and do one of the other opportunities for this. You can either push him into the sea or you can give him lethal poison. Both of them complete challenges, but you won't be able to do the man in the sea challenge if you do it that way. So essentially you just gotta feed him. You don't have to do anything to the food itself. What you're going to do though is get rid of the bodyguard, just because he's going to be a pain if you don't. So what I do, I just duck behind here and I'm going to drop a gun. Now, it'd be handy if you got another gun, like the one from downstairs or something like that. Sorry, from the guard that we knocked out downstairs. But if you're like me and you didn't pick that gun up or you did something silly with it, what you can do is just drop your standard ICA gun. Now, what should happen, as you can see, is that Robert will see the gun and he'll send his bodyguard away with it. Whilst you're following and subduing the bodyguard, Robert will just go and have a little look at the other food vendors around the area. It leaves you plenty of time to get to the right position to actually shoot the shark and kill Robert. The one little problem is that you got to make sure that you're there in time, so you can't afford to be faffing around with the bodyguard. So this is the awkward bit, because you can see here he's walking at a bit of a snail's pace. Robert's already got a bit of a lead, so it does look very tense at this point. But the thing is, Robert does faff around on his own as well. I recognise I'm using that word a lot, faffing around, but it's just a case of that. They really do take their time and stall things. I mean, this is, what, the 11th minute going into the 12th, and yeah, there's not a lot that actually goes on in this challenge, so it isn't my favourite, unfortunately. I like the actual idea of it, but I just wish it had been a bit simpler. I mean, the way I did it in the standard essay challenge, for the record, I really fudged up that kill, that knockout even. The way I did it in the original essay route was, it was a simple case of going into the boat rental hut and I shot the shark just as Robert passed by. The trouble is, I'm guessing that doesn't count as an accident kill, and the bodyguard's there so he sees it. Not to mention, if you've got the security guy who we knocked out just around the pier area, if he's there as well, that's another person to find the body. So yeah, it really impacted the score when I did it that way, so the best thing I can advise, just get rid of any witnesses in the area. Equally, I thought that Robert's body was hidden as well at this point, but they don't hide it. So this is why we're exiting this way, because it's just a quicker way to get out of the area. So, as you can see, I'm just using the door frame as a little bit of a framing device to take the shot. No one can look in, so I should be fine. As soon as Robert takes a step forward after finishing his sentence, then you can take a shot. That kills him. It does look a bit of a lame kill when you see it from that angle, and all we gotta do is exit. So I'd like to thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. There'll be more Hitman 2 videos hopefully today, but also in the coming weeks. Thank you very much, see you next time. Bye for now everyone.